I control the conversation. That is the key point of this video. No matter what, you as a salesperson, you always need to control the conversation. And you do that by asking the right questions, directing your client exactly where you want them to go. So even though once they start talking, if they throw out a question or something back to you, you've got to understand how to answer that correctly and to redirect the conversation back into your control. So you don't want to be on the defensive at all. You're living life on offense, living life on offense. What's up, everybody? It's Levi from freesalesadvice.com. Thanks again for watching. Just got out of my second appointment for the day, and it was a close success, man. I've been on a roll lately, which is always amazing. Feels great. And this one was pretty simple. Now, here's the key to this video. We've talked about this before. Don't talk past the sell, but also if someone comes out and they're throwing out buy signals from the very beginning, you need to be able to pick those up and run with them. Don't talk past the sell. You may not go the usual conventional route, which I always talk about how I've got the same opening question and I follow the same message flow, and then their questions lead me to direct the conversation from there. So here I go to meet with my client, and she has paperwork from previous employer, rollovers, 401ks, things like that. She just brings it on. She's like, hey, I've got this stuff and I need to do something. It's about time. And here it is. And just basically hands me a bunch of paperwork. So still, here's the key, is I'm going to stop and clarify and understand exactly what is her goal, because even though she's throwing everything at me, I don't want to just take her down the wrong path or turn her off in some way by saying the wrong thing. So I just said, okay, so I said, is this, you want to move this into your new employer account with the 403B? And she said, yes. And I said, okay, great. But then I'm going to go back to my base. And I said, do you understand your primary retirement account? And she said, no. So, and I said, okay. I said, do you have an ideal retirement age in place? And she said, I'm going to work forever. There's no way of getting out. And this is a young lady. She's 34 years old and been within with her employer for about 4 years. And the previous employer for a few years. That's where she's got the 401k from. But for some reason, she's already in her head that she's going to have to work forever. So what I showed her is that her eligibility age for retirement through the employer is going to be around 60 years old. But again, it's only going to pay between 65-70% of her income. So what I explained to her and helped her understand and gave her confidence was that we can easily make up that other 30-35% because she is only 35 years old. So no worries at all. We got to start there. So then I said, where would you like to start your contribution at? And she's like, is $400 okay? And I said, yes, absolutely. I mean, that is going to be more than enough to close her gap. But again, I control the conversation. That is the key point of this video. No matter what, you as a salesperson, you always need to control the conversation. And you do that by asking the right questions, directing your client exactly where you want them to go. So even though once they start talking, if they throw out a question or something back to you, you've got to understand how to answer that correctly and to redirect the conversation back into your control. So you don't want to be on the defensive at all. You're living life on offense, living life on offense. And so that's what you want to keep in mind. So that was the case with this person. Is relatively simple. Now, again, you've seen my previous videos. That's not always the case. Everybody interprets the marketing differently. So that's why I've always got to start with my base, but it's pretty much the same thing every time. Here, luckily, she knew exactly what she wanted to do. She didn't read any differently into the marketing. She knew that I was there to discuss additional retirement options. She brought all of her paperwork. She was prepared, and she was just ready to go. So that's a good thing. But again, don't talk past the sell. Don't shoot yourself in the foot, and still control and direct the conversation. That's the key aspect. So short video today, but just a good reminder. Keep that in mind. And again, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and share. If you're stuck in your own sales process or with a certain client or can't get past a certain objection or concern, then leave it on the homepage. That's what this whole website is for you, all right? So you can get the free sales advice you need and hopefully apply that in your business, in your job, whatever it is you're working on. And that way you can improve, increase your income. That's what we're here trying to help you do. Thanks for watching. ABC, and see you later.